Hello everybody, it's Jeff with AZ Camera Reviews, and today I'm going to be talking about a 27-inch slider that's made by GVM. It's called the GVM GT60, and this is it right here. And it consists of a slider that's about 27 inches long, and it's got a bearing that moves across the slider, and it's got a motor on the left-hand side. And what happens is you mount your camera on the top of this platform right here, and it moves back and forth. And it's really cool, like if you want to do a video and you want to have one camera moving all the time, or you want to do arc shots, and that's what I'm going to show you in a little while. So first of all, it comes with this, and it's got a little stud that stands right in the middle, and you can mount your camera right onto this. It's a 1/4 20 screw. Then it also comes with a remote control, and this is the remote control right here, and it's got a little Velcro that you can hook it onto things, and on the top it's got a USB, it's got a power in where you can plug in 12 volts, and it also has a shutter trigger, so if you want to use it for time exposures, which I'm really not interested in this point in using it for time exposures. I kind of want to use it for movement and to add a little more movement into my shots. The other thing it comes with is a USB cord that's on one side, and it also has the plug that actually plugs into the motor, and then the other side plugs into the remote control like this, and this plugs into the actual motor, which is right here, and it just plugs in like, if I can see it, hang on one second, right there, plugs right in. Then it also comes with one battery, which is the small GVM battery, and it also comes with one other thing. It's an adapter. It adapts it from a 1/4 20 to another size larger thread screw. Now, as I mentioned, I want to use the slider to introduce more movement in some of my videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to couple it with this Zhiyun Smooth 4 and put my cell phone on it, and I'm going to show you how it works. So let's get into the setup of the actual remote, and let's do some shooting. So as you can see, I've got the GVM GT60 set up, and I've got some subjects set up over here that I'm going to be shooting. Now, the GVM GT60 is a 27-inch slider, and I wanted to incorporate some additional movement into the image. So I'm using a Zhiyun Smooth 4, and that will add pan and tilt into the final image. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go into our settings. So we're going to go into this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go down to setting, and we're going to go into that. Okay, and then we're going to do our start. Now, just for the ease of setting this up, I'm not going to go from end to end. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into set start, and we're going to set a start point. So now, as you can see, it's moving, and I'm going to set it just off center, and I'm going to stop it as it gets just off center, and we'll stop it right there, and that's going to be our start point. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our end point, and we're going to hit end by hitting the down arrow, and we're going to go into end, and we're going to push our left arrow to go to the end start point. And as you can see, it's counting down, and the gimbal is moving, and we're going to go to the left side of center, and we'll stop there. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to long press and press back and go into here, and now escape out, and we're going to, and it says video shot, time lapse, or setting. We're going to go into video shot, and you can either do manual mode or you can do auto mode. If you go into auto mode, what's going to happen is when you start it and you go into auto loop, it's going to go to each side, stop, and then return. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You're just going to press it to start. And like I said, I have my speed set at 67%. It's in pause right now. And I'm going to hit B to A. So now it's going to move from the left side to the right side. It's going to hit the stop point, and then it's going to return. And it'll keep doing that. So now you can stop, okay? And now it's in pause. And like, let's say we want to get out of this, and we want to go back into video shot, and we want to go into manual mode. So what we do is we push the button once, and it'll start. Excuse me, you push it and you hold it. If you're in manual, if you hold it, it'll go to that point and it'll stop once it reaches it. And then when you hit it back the other way and you hold the button, it'll go back to the other point and it will stop. Okay, so now you can go out of that, and we can go back into video shot, and we can go into auto mode again if you like, and press auto mode, engage it, and go to auto stop. So now when I push the button to engage it, it'll reach the end point and then it'll just stop. So here we go. So now what I'm going to do is set up a program and turn on the gimbal, turn on the phone, and I'm going to let you see how the slider with a gimbal works automatically. It's been a few hours since I started this project. I had to go out and run some errands. So now I'm going to finally finish. Now, we've pre-programmed the slider, and we did that with the remote control, and I showed you folks how to do that earlier. And we've pre-programmed the Zhiyun Smooth 4 with the cell phone on it. So I've set it for this angle, and I've set it for this angle here. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're back in here into video shot. We're going to hit this button, and now it says manual mode and auto mode. We're going to scroll down to auto mode. We're going to enter that. And you've got two choices, which is auto loop. Auto loop will keep it moving back and forth. And auto stop will make it stop when it gets to the end. So we're going to go in, and the next thing we're going to do is push this left button, which will start the sled moving in the left direction. And we're going to push the start button on the camera. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the sled moving. So we're going to hit that, and now you can see that's moving. Now we're going to hit the start button on this. And you can see it's moving and it's tracking the subject. Now this takes a lot of trial and error as far as getting your subject lined up and to get the arc to work right. But I will show you how this is moving and what's happening in real time. And it's almost at the end, and the camera's going to stop. And that's that. It's finished. So what do I actually think of the GVM GT60D? I think it's a good, affordable slider for the price. It's 27 inches long. Myself, I would have liked to have bought something a little longer so that I could have done a little longer arc shots, but that's okay. I mean, this will suit the purpose. Something you should keep in mind, though, if you want something that's going to go a little bit further and give you a little more range, you can always adjust your parameters. It's better to have a little bit longer of a slider than a shorter one. With the addition of the Zhiyun Smooth 4, it gives an added dimension to my shots. I also have another gimbal that I just ordered that I will be using with this, and I'll be using it with a video camera. So it'll give me even more flexibility. All in all, the slider is quiet. It moves really, really nice. It's efficient. The thing that could use improvement is the actual remote control, which it isn't brain surgery to program it, but it could be a little more intuitive and a little bit easier to use. That's just my opinion. So, until next time, I'm Jeff with AZ Camera Reviews saying, please watch us, please like us, please share us, and most of all, please subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.